I'm Mike, and this is Will, and we are the Tabletop Donkeys.
Hi.
And we're bringing you issue 5 of Warhammer Conquest this week. And our model this week, coming on screen now, is a Primaris Lieutenant, specifically an Ultramarine one, Lieutenant Calsius. So he's actually unique to this magazine, so if you're trying to collect all the many Lieutenant models they have, you're going to have to get yourself a copy. So once again, I've painted mine as a Silver Templar. We've got some background on Calsius himself here and what Lieutenants are, and also power weapons, because Calsius is armed with a power sword. And a little bit of background on a battle Calsius took part in. Now we've got our build guide here. And so Calsius also isn't an easy to build model. He's actually a proper multi-part kit. So he's a bit more complicated to build if you're new. So you actually have to use glue for this one, as you can see here. You don't really have many options. The only option really hard when building him is whether you want him to have a helmet or not. I always choose helmets for mine if possible. And we've got our painting guide here to paint him as an Ultramarine. So he unfortunately does have the Ultramarine's iconography moulded onto the model, but it shouldn't be too difficult to file that off if you wanted to use him as a non-Ultramarine. I've decided to keep mine on because I don't really like modifying unique figures. I want them to keep their uniqueness that way. But so we'll have to come up with some sort of background for him. Maybe he was an Ultramarine who was transferred to the Silver Templars, something like that. So now we'll head straight into the mission.
So here it is, our first mission from this week, which is called Heroic Combat, as you can see at the top of your screen there. And the little blurb we've got here says that apparently Lieutenant Calsius is commanding the defence of the strike cruiser from command deck. Doesn't look like the command deck to me. You'll see the battlefield looks exactly the same as it did before. And then this first mission is exactly the same as we've had previously, in that really we just line up and have a fight, and whoever's last man standing wins. The only main thing to note, different that we've had before, is the Death Guard get to go first in this mission, even if they deploy first. So, and here we've got our new rules this week, which is basically the rules for characters, and they are exactly the same as the rules in the main Warhammer 40,000 rulebook. There's a bit about aura abilities, shooting at them, and then heroic interventions in the end of the charge phase, just as in the main rules. And the only thing to note about Lieutenant Calsius himself is that he has several wounds. He's got 5, and he also has a power sword, so he's going to be quite good at taking down Plague Marines. But we'll see all of this in action in the game itself. So in this mission we roll off for deployment, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to take you to the board. So rolling off to see who gets to deploy first.
I just rolled a 5 off camera, but I'm going to roll something lower now.
Yeah,
5.
Oh, I rolled a 5, there you go. And I've rolled out the box, so we're going to try again. I've rolled a 5 as well, so we've got to carry on. Yeah, 5. 3.
Wow.
So the Space Marines get to deploy their first unit first.
Actually, 1 deployment. So my first deployment, I'm going to deploy Sergeant Decius on this deployment marker, and then the rest of his squad has to be within 2 inches of him. So the other 2 are just going to deploy in front like that.
And for my first deployment choice, we're going to put Champion Repugnus on this marker here, pretty much mirroring what we've done, and then we'll put his friends around him like so.
And then Calsius is just going to go here, go next to the Intercessor squad.
And then finally the Poxwalkers, they need to go on a deployment marker. I'm going to put them on this one here, and they all have to be within 2 inches of the guy on the marker, so they're actually a little bit restricted in where I can put them. But there we go, they are all deployed there, and Death Guard get to go first, so we're going to go straight on to Death Guard turn 1. So first of all, the Poxwalkers are going to advance, so I'm going to roll a die, which I have managed to drop in the box, but there we go, that's 5, so they get a whole 9 inches of movement. So they're going to come out here to just behind this box. I'm going to move them off camera because there are quite a lot of them. So there they are, moving up there like that. Now the Plague Marines are also going to advance, because actually they can't get a great deal of shooting off because there's too much stuff in the way, so I want to get them into a good position. So they're also going to advance here. Oh, they've gone a whole 6 inches, so they can do a mighty 11-inch move if they want to. So that's going to be enough to bring them all the way up over here behind the box.
Yeah, and as always, terrain is impassable and infinitely tall. Still can't shoot over boxes yet.
Yeah, so, but they're going to, well actually a bit more than that because it was only a 10-inch ruler, so they're going to come over here like this in a nice threatening position, not completely out of line of sight, but they're now up board. No shooting or charging because everybody advanced, so that means it's on to Space Marine's turn 1.
So, first thing, Calsius is going to move. I've measured 6 inches. He's going to move round to there. And the intercessors are going to follow up with him. There. Right behind. Like that. Going to be very aggressive today. Onto the shooting phase. The intercessors are going to fire at your Plague Marine squad because they can see, at least each one can see a member of the squad, so they can all shoot at it.
Yeah.
So we have 6 shots, hitting on 3s, so only 3 hits. So now we're wounding on 5s, but we're re-rolling 1s because Calsius has a 6-inch aura of re-roll 1s to wound around him. But there's no 1s there, so just 1 wound.
Just 1 wound. Armor save 3+ for the Plague Marines. They've made it. So.
And Calsius can also shoot. He has a bolt pistol. He hits on 3. Oh, and he missed.
He's missed.
So there are going to be some charges. Calsius is going to charge your Plague Marine squad.
Okay, and then Overwatch will be just from the bolt gunner because he's the only one who can see Calsius. So just 1 shot here. On 6. No. 4-inch charge. Ooh, just about.
Just about get to there.
Yeah.
No, they won't charge. So we are now onto the outflight phase, and Calsius will pile in. He has 4 attacks, hitting on 2s.
He's quite good.
Oh, they all
4
hit.
hits.
Still wounding on 5s though, but re-rolling 1s because his aura applies to himself. So there's 2 wounds,
yeah.
And there's 2 6+ armor saves because Calsius's power sword is good against armor.
Oh dear, that's 2 fails, but I do get my disgustingly resilient to ignore them. I've failed 1 of them, so I'm going to take away the bolt gunner, predictably. Calsius can then consolidate if he wants to, but if he doesn't move anywhere, then he's not going to get hit.
Yes, because you've removed the only member of the squad who is actually in melee.
Yes, I have, so I don't get to... So the way it works is in the fight phase, I only get to pick a unit to fight if they charged or they're within 1 inch of an enemy unit, but as you can see, they're not within 1 inch of him anymore. But I'm not too upset about that because it's only the bolt gun. So,
and I'm not. Calsius is going to stay where he is because I don't want you to be able to attack him.
No.
So I'm actually going to change my mind there. I will consolidate Calsius because if he stands there, he can be shot at. So he will consolidate into combat. Okay. But it does mean you get to attack him though.
It does. So I'm not going to pile anybody in, but we're just going to hit back. So we've got
your power
champion
fist.
Hitting on 4. He's hit. Wounding on 2. That's a wound, and still no armor saves. Rules we've got at the moment, so he's down to 4 wounds. And then we've got U-Box with his knife, he's hit. He has failed to wound though. So now we're on to Death Guard turn 2, and we're going to see what we can do about this. So what we're going to do is move these Poxwalkers, they're 4 inches around here, and they're going to all come over here towards Lieutenant Calsius. Then, no shooting, because we're not on this, and then so on the charge phase, the Poxwalkers are going to charge Lieutenant Calsius. We've got 2 dice. Only 5 inches, but that's plenty to...
easily get them all in.
They will come around here. Onto the fight phase, they get to pile in towards the closest enemy model, so I'm going to pile in like this. And then they get to strike first, because they've charged. 12 attacks, hitting on 5s. 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. 1 wound.
So 3+ armor save for Calsius. He's fine.
It's fine. Then it's my pick of people who haven't charged, so we're going to go with the Plague Marines. We're going to Power Fist again. Has missed this time. And the knife has hit. Has wounded.
And 3+ armor save. He's fine.
So now he gets to hit back. He's got his...
He's going to attack the Plague Marines.
Yeah, he's got his 5 attacks.
He'll put all his attacks on them. So... That's 4
attacks.
4 attacks. Yeah. Hitting on 2, so 1 miss. Ooh.
1 wound.
1 wound, sorry.
And only 6+ armor save, which I failed. It's a disgustingly resilient roll. I failed that as well. So down goes
U-Box.
U-Box with his Blight Launcher. And now we're on to the Space Marine's turn.
It'll be a simple turn. We're going to move to be just over an inch away of the Poxwalkers. No shooting, because we're stuck in melee. Everyone's stuck in melee, and it's very rude to shoot into a melee that your friends are part of. So escape, go straight to the charge phase. Oh look, they're in.
Yeah.
So intercessors will charge the Poxwalkers. So they charge, so they get to go first, and they have 2 attacks each. hitting on 3s. 5 hits. And wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s. So that will go away. Re-roll that one. Oops, can't re-roll again.
And then they get their disgustingly resilient rolls, which I've made one of. So 2 Poxwalkers go down. I'm just going to take away these 2 from over here. Then you get to pick.
It's my turn, so I get to pick first. So Calsius will put all his attacks on the champion. They all hit. Wounding on 5s, re-rolling 1s. Ooh, 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Ooh. He's got to make his 6 plus armor. He's failed both of those, and he's got to make his disgustingly resilient as well. Oh, he's made both of them, so he's still alive. What a champion!
Yeah.
So he gets
having flashbacks.
He gets to hit back, and he's going to hit Lieutenant Calsius. Obviously, he's hit him. He's wounded him, so that's another wound on Calsius. So he goes
to 3.
So he's down to 3. So they're going to hit Calsius as well. They've got their 8 attacks.
Blimey!
4 hits out of 5 hits out of that. So they're still wounding him on 5s.
Ooh, 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
2 3 plus armor saves. Oh no!
Oh dear. So Calsius is down to 1 wound. And now we're going on to the Death Guard turn, where we go straight to the fight phase, and I get to pick my person to attack. So funnily enough, I'm going to go for the champ.
It's going to come down to... Are you going to miss? Miss.
No, he's hit.
Oh, roll 1. Oh!
He hasn't. He's failed to kill Calsius, so now someone gets to strike back. Who are you going to go with?
It's my turn to pick, and my intercessors are going to attack your Poxwalkers.
Yeah, so you can take a couple of them out before they get to hit.
Hitting on 3s. Oh, 5 hits. Wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Come on, big roll. Always enough. 4 wounds.
Make my 5s. Made one of them.
Got
one
left.
Poxwalker left. So we're just going to take away 3 of them. It doesn't really matter which ones. And then that Poxwalker's going to try and hit Calsius. He's got 2 attacks.
Hitting on 5s.
1 hit.
Oh,
wounding on 5s. No, not quite. So Calsius gets to strike back.
So 4 attacks hitting on 2s. Oh, blimey. Roll that again.
Oh, he gets to re-roll 1.
Re-rolling 1s.
Because of his own aura.
No,
he can't wound play champion. So everyone's being a bit incompetent at the moment. Now it's the Space Marine.
Now I get to pick first. So Calsius will attack the champion again.
Ooh.
4 hits. Come on. Just a couple of...
no wounds.
Come on.
You get to re-roll the 1. No wounds from him.
Go on, you want Calsius to come back as a Poxwalker.
I do, I'm going to go with that Poxwalker. If you can kill Calsius, we get an extra Poxwalker. It's got a hit. Come on. Oh, he's got a wound.
3 plus!
33% chance.
Yes!
Oh, he's alright. He hasn't been turned into a Poxwalker. Now it's your turn with the Intercessors, so they're going to murder that Poxwalker, I'm sure.
Poxwalker. Oh no, only 3 hits.
Only 3 hits. Still only 3s to wound though. 2 wounds. Right, so the Poxwalker's gone down.
Phew.
And now they can consolidate into combat with the Plague Marine if you want.
Yeah.
The Plague Marine gets to go. He's going to hit Calsius.
Oh,
he's hit. Oh, is he going to hit another one? No, he's got a wound. So Lieutenant Calsius, in his first outing, has gone down. On to the Death Guard turn. 4.
Yeah.
So the champion gets to go first. He's going to hit the Intercessors. He's missed. He's got a lot of wounds to get through if he wants to survive this, though. So
it's going to pile into him.
Yeah. Attacks. Ooh, all hit.
Come on, boys.
Really a bit annoying. A bit annoyed.
2 wounds.
Oh, you want Calsius to be there now because all those 1s. Oh, he's failed an armor save though, so he needs 5 plus to stay alive. Oh, he's made it. Space Marine turn 4.
Yeah, so I get same again. Come on, boys. Revenge. There's a wound. Oh,
failed the armor save again.
Yes.
There we go. There he goes. So Champion Repugnance goes down. Looked like I might make a late comeback there, but that's
it's really only a moral victory for the Space
Marines. Moral
Marines.
victory though, because yes, they've lost Lieutenant Calsius, who apparently was in command of this whole operation. Anyway, but I'm sure he'll be patched up in time for the next mission, which we're going to go and have a look at right away. So now we're on to the second mission for this week, Ambush. And in this one, the Death Guard have managed to ambush Lieutenant Calsius, who is feeling much better since his last outing. And in this game, the Death Guard player can bring back Poxwalkers when they die. So whenever the unit Poxwalkers is wiped out, I can just bring them all back again. But I've only got 5 turns to kill Lieutenant Calsius. That's the mission objective. The other thing we've got is we have some new rules to use. So Champion Repugnance has got an awful lot more dangerous. He's got a second attack, and his Power Fist now does D3 wounds rather than just 1. So he can technically kill Lieutenant Calsius in a single round of combat if he rolls well.
Should clarify, it does a D3 damage. So he still wounds on a 2+, but you only roll 1 die. But if I fail an armor save, you then get to roll a D3 to see how many wounds the model actually loses.
Yes, it's quite right. I was sloppy with my wording. It's exactly the same as it works in the main tabletop game. It's D3 damage net weapon now. And the rules for the Space Marines, they're not completely left out. They've got their bolt pistols. They can shoot those even when they're within 1 inch of an enemy model in the shooting phase. So they effectively can shoot while they're in combat. So that makes them a little bit better. And both Calsius and all of his intercessors have bolt pistols. Yeah, so we're going to get deployed again and get on with the game. So rolling off for deployment once again. I've just rolled a 3. I've rolled a 2. So Space Marines get to deploy first.
So I need to be a little bit sneaky. I know the Death Guard are very slow, and I need to keep Calsius alive, and the Blade Marines are very scary now with their new Power Fist. So I'm going to deploy him here.
Hiding behind a box.
Yep, bravely.
My first deployment, I've deployed all these Poxwalkers over on this marker this time, behind the blue box.
My second deployment, the Intercessors are going to deploy around Calsius.
And then finally, Plague Marines are going to go right here on this marker. Then the Death Guard get to go first again, so we're going to go straight into Death Guard turn 1. So knowing I need to get a move on here because I've only got 5 turns, Poxwalkers are going to advance. Oh, a bit slower this mission than they were last time. So we're only going to get a 6-inch move, which is going to bring them up just to about here. They're moving this way around the box. Plague Marines also going to advance because they can't possibly shoot at anyone because they're all hiding behind this box like very brave Space Marines. So they're going to advance 2. Oh, they've got a bit further. They can go 11 inches again if they want to.
Moving at maximum shuffle.
Yeah. Well, at least they know they need to get a move on. So the Plague Marines will come all the way over here with that move, ready to try and take out Calsius if he decides to poke his head round the box. But nothing else to do this turn, so the Space Marines now get to go.
So, first thing we're going to do, the Intercessors are going to move out. And Calsius will follow behind them, so he can see.
Being a bit more circumspect this time because he knows he's in the firing line.
Yes, and so the Plague Marines won't be able to shoot him on William's turn because Calsius is not the closest enemy model.
Yeah, so just
he's
like,
an independent character.
Just like the rules of the characters in the main rules
The
of
full
the game.
rules. So anyway, on to the shooting phase. We've got 6 shots from the Intercessors, hitting on 3s. Shooting at the Plague Marines.
Only 3 hits.
Wounding on 5s with rolling 1s.
Ooh,
2
2
wounds. There.
wounds. 3+ armour saves. Oh dear. Dice God's coming back again.
Oh no!
And double 1 for the Tuscany Resilient. That's a bit of a problem. So, straight away, we've got 2 Plague Marines down.
He's a lot. Well, he is the scariest one by far.
Yeah.
But Calsius is actually in range. Yes, he is.
Check it.
He is within 10 inches. So he is in range with his bolt pistol.
Yeah, 12-inch range on a bolt pistol.
Hitting on a 3. He hit this time.
Yeah.
Wounding on a 5 with rolling 1s. Oh.
No, in the box.
No.
No wound. So that's it for Space Marines.
Yeah, I'm not going to charge.
No.
It's quite far.
So on to Death Guard turn. Now, Repugnus not be deterred by the death of his brethren. He's going to move his 5 inches up like this.
Clearly,
Poxwalkers are going to have to advance again though, because they're... Yeah, it'll be a long charge for them to make at the moment, so they are going to advance.
Clearly, Repugnus's brothers were weak.
Yeah, only 7 inches they can move, and that takes them up around here.
He didn't pray hard enough to Nurgle.
Poxwalkers coming around this box like that, they can't charge, but they can...
They can dribble menacingly.
Yeah. Repugnus can take a shot with his plasma gun. He's going to shoot the Intercessors. I hope he doesn't roll a 1. He rolled a 2. He's good at rolling 2s, but he's missed with his plasma gun, so that's no use. He's going to declare a charge against the intercessors, so they get to roll their Overwatch.
Hitting on 6s. Not a 1.
No hits. Now he gets to make a 2d6 inch charge. 5 inches, not a huge charge, but it's enough to get into melee like that. So he gets to hit first. 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. He's got 1 hit. Wounding on a 2, that's a wound. No armor save, and then he does d3 damage now with his power fist. So, well, he's only rolled a 1, so one of the intercessors
takes a wound,
but crucially doesn't kill one of them.
Yeah.
So now they get to hit back at him.
Oh yes, so they have 6 attacks hitting on 3s. Can they punch him to death?
4 hits.
4 hits. Wounding on 5s, re-rolling 1s. Oh.
No, 2 wounds. 3 plus armor save, he's fine. So we're on to Space Marine's turn.
So Calsius is going to stay where he is.
Okay.
Because he would have to go all the way round to get into melee, I believe.
He would have to go all around these boxes because none of these guys are all
in
stationary because they can't move because they're all in base contact. So
yep, the intercessors have pistols, so they're allowed to shoot during the shooting phase at Repugnus. So they've got 3 shots, hitting on 3s, so that's 3 hits, and the wounding on 5s, re-rolling 1s. 1 wound.
1 wound.
He's fine.
Making my armor saves again now.
No charges, so we're on to the fight phase. Guy in the back is just gonna.
Well, he
can move in a little bit.
He can't really get much closer than that. So
we got 6 attacks again, hitting on 3s. Oh dear. Feeling a bit tired. Oh, got a wound though.
Got a wound though. So made an armor save, and now champion gets to hit back. Twice.
So that's 1
good
hit.
Points. That's 1 hit.
2 hits.
2 hits. Level 6. Wounding on 2s. 2 wounds.
So the first one doesn't matter how much damage it does.
Yeah, so it's D3, but he's only got 1 wound left. And then the second one does D3 damage. Oh, only 1 again. He hasn't figured out how to use the power fist yet. He hasn't turned it up to its highest setting, clearly. So, still slogging our way through these intercessors. But now we're on to the Death Guard turn. So
Turn 3.
Turn 3. The Poxwalkers are going to move only 4 inches, but they're just going to move up. Just to get a bit closer. New shooting. Repugnus does not have a pistol. Not yet, anyway. And the Poxwalkers get to charge. That's what's going to happen. They're going to charge the intercessors. No Overwatch because they're locked in combat. 7 inches is plenty. So they're all just going to come in like this and get as close and get as many within range as we can. Like that.
So, Calsius gets to heroically intervene, does he not? So we just looked at the rules, and so characters can heroically intervene, which means they can make a 3-inch move, and they have to be closer to the closest enemy unit model at the end of the move. So he is going to move. He's going to heroically intervene to get within an inch of that Poxwalker there.
Yep. So as you can see, that little gap there, he's just about be able to get within an inch of the Poxwalker. So I didn't think of that, so I should have. Yeah, actually, these guys haven't.
He could have also heroically intervened and ended up. No, he would have ended up closer to the closest enemy model. So he could have actually gone this way and got within an inch of the champion. But because it's William's turn, the champion would have been able to attack Calsius. I think that's a bit too risky.
Yeah, because he could technically take him out in 1 move, and that would win me the game. So, and yes, so when you heroically intervene, you can move within 1 inch of an enemy model, and then get to participate in the fight phase. So that's what all characters have.
The Poxwalkers do not get to attack
Calsius
because they didn't declare him as a charge target.
No, absolutely. So they charged, so they're going to get their 12 attacks, and they have to hit the intercessors because that's the only target they declared as a charge. And they got their 12 attacks, hitting on 5s.
Ooh,
that's got a few there.
That's
5 hits. We're going to be wounding on 5s. 2.
2, 3 plus.
Oh, they're all right. It's good because there was a guy on 1 wound and he would have turned into a Poxwalker if he'd failed that.
Well, he wouldn't because we only have 6 Poxwalkers.
Oh, that's true. He would have theoretically turned into a Poxwalker, but we don't have enough models. Now it's my turn, so I can pick non-chargers. So the champion is going to hit intercessors twice. Keep forgetting that. Oh, but he's missed twice because his power fist makes him a bit sluggish.
So we've got the intercessors. They only have 4 attacks. There's only 2 of them left.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s. They're attacking the champion, obviously.
Yes.
2 hits. Re-rolling 1s.
Re-rolling 1s.
Oh, 2
wounds. It mattered. Arm saves. Oh, he's failed 1. So
Calsius has bolstered their resolve.
He has. I'll try and get that in the box.
Oh,
he's rolled a 6.
Should have kept that 2 that rolled out the box.
Oh well. That's the rules. If I miss the box, the roll doesn't count. So the intercessors have failed to kill champion.
But Calsius gets to attack the Poxwalkers, so he's got 4 attacks hitting on 2s.
Yeah. Oh, he's got 4 hits.
And wounding on 3s.
Wounding on 3s.
Re-rolling 1s.
And 2 wounds. And then 2 disgusting wounds in it. 4 Poxwalkers. They fail both of them. 2 Poxwalkers go down. And I'm going to take these 2 at the back, just because it doesn't really matter which ones I take away. Well, I could take away the ones that are in contact with Calsius, but then he could run away. And I don't want him to run away, because I want him to be killed. So, that's it. That was Death Guard turn. Going on to Space Marine turn.
So yes, we're in the shooting phase, no movement, everyone's locked in combat. So the 2 intercessors firing their pistols at the champion.
Yes, they can do that.
Hitting on 3s.
2 hits.
5s, re-rolling 1s.
Ooh.
Come on, yes.
Ooh, 2 wounds again, that re-rolling mattered. Passed both my armor saves this time though.
Then Calsius gets to fire his bolt pistol at the Poxwalkers. He hit.
He hit.
He wounded.
He wounded. And another Poxwalker goes down. So, it doesn't matter which one I'm going to take away. Take away that one.
Okay then.
There we are.
Yeah, so everyone's still locked in combat, so no charges. So the intercessors are going to fight first.
Okay, trying to take out the Plague Champion.
Going to punch your Plague Champion. Ooh, not with that. Come on, 5.
No wound. My turn to pick. I'm not actually going to pick the champion because he's now safe. He's not going to be killed. So I'm going to go with the Poxwalkers. They're going to hit the intercessors, actually, all 3 of them. I want to try and take out that guy with 1 wound, because if I can do that, then I'll get Poxwalker back. I haven't seen that happen yet. Ooh, 3 hits. Poxwalkers have been quite good this.
They don't even have their +1 to hit for having a big unit.
No. I've got a wound on that intercessor, so you need to make your armour save here.
Yep.
Yeah, you have. No zombie plague here. Calcius now gets to hit.
Yeah, so he has his 4 attacks on the Poxwalkers, hitting on 2s, and wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s. 4 wounds.
Oh dear. I need to make... That's alright, Paul. I haven't made any of those. So Calcius has actually by himself taken out all of these Poxwalkers. So he can now consolidate, technically, if you want, although he has to get closer to the champion, which I don't think he can physically... Oh, he could come around this way.
No, he's going to stay where he is.
Okay. Calcius is done, so now the champion gets to hit. And he's going to hit those intercessors. I really need him to take both of them out here, though. Oh, he's got 2 hits, so he could do it. And 2 wounds.
So, wounded man goes down.
Wounded man goes down, because he only had 1 wound left.
Sarge is all that's left.
So... Oh, I've got him.
3 wounds, and he has 2, so he goes down as well.
And then the champion is going to consolidate into combat with Lieutenant Calsius, just in time for the Death Guard turn.
Turn 4.
Straight to the fight phase, because that's all we've got here. We've taken the box away just so we can see the combat a bit more clearly, just to make it a bit more exciting. 2 attacks from the champion. He's hit twice. He's wound on 2. Oh, double 6. No armour saves, so how many wounds has Lieutenant Calsius? You've got 5. So I need to make a 5 on 2d3 here. That's only 3, so he's down to 2 wounds. He gets his hits back at the champion.
4 attacks, hitting on 2s.
3 hits.
Wounding on 5s, re-rolling 1s.
Re-rolling 1s.
On, yes.
2 wounds. 2 6 plus armour saves. Made 1, so he needs to now make a 5+ on this disgustingly resilient roll. Oh, he hasn't. He's gone down. Oh,
couldn't quite.
So close. He is gone, so Calcius just about survives. So that's that for mission 2. 2, I think, perhaps slightly narrow victories with the Space Marines. Maybe the first one was a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty narrow victory.
This one was a narrow victory with the Space Marines.
Oh, if you'd rolled that double 6 again, that would have been it. You can wipe him out in a round.
Yeah. So we're just going to tidy all this up, and then we're going to have a little debrief for this week's games. So there you have it. That was issue 5 of Warhammer 40,000 Conquest, with the games to go with it, and our new Space Marine Primaris Lieutenant Calsius. So, I'll give you my thoughts first of all. First game, felt like I was going to lose straight away, and then it was a bit closer than I thought, because I managed to take down Lieutenant Calsius. Not sure whether moving up was the best idea, but second game I thought was a lot closer, because even though Champion Republic lost his 2 mates straight away, he's pretty dangerous once he gets his 2 attacks and a Power Fist.
So the Power Fist is actually better than it is in the full rules for Warhammer 40,000, because the Space Marines don't get an arm save. But it does show you just how deadly he actually is compared to his 2 companions as well, especially in melee.
Yeah, because by himself in that second game, he took down all 3 intercessors and
Took 3
3 wounds off Lieutenant Calsius.
And it really did come down to that 2 dice roll. You got 2 hits.
He's really, he's pretty nasty when he gets going.
By far your deadliest warrior.
He is, and he's going to stay that way for a few issues now. I think he's going to.
Well, in the next issue, there's another. You get another set of 3 easy to build, so you get another repugnus, which is fantastic.
True. It's true. We're going to be double trouble next issue with another squad of Plague Marines exactly the same, which I'm looking forward to greatly.
And as well, especially in the second mission, also we actually get to see the Death Guard have to be aggressive. Prior to this, it's mostly been the Space Marines who've been doing all the attacking.
Yeah.
And it does show how useful Calsius is. Even he's a melee powerhouse, and even if he's not in melee, he's still his 6-inch aura, and that works even if the unit isn't within line of sight. They just have to be within 6 inches of him on the battlefield. It's very handy.
Yeah, exactly. Just those re-rolling ones. Well, it came a couple of times. Then you re-roll 1s into 5s or 6s. You know, add that up over the course of the game. It can be quite devastating. I think probably both games I didn't coordinate my attacks properly by advancing up possibly a little too quickly. Well, particularly in the second game, Poxwalkers were not in a position to support the champion when he went in, and he made all his armour saves, but I did technically send him in unsupported, so could have gone wrong.
But that is true. We were up against a time limit. So
it's true, yes. I did, yeah. I mean, we only got to turn 4 in the end, though, so I suppose you could have technically hidden Calcius in the corner if you wanted to. You could have run away once everybody was locked in melee, but it would have been a bit not particularly interesting.
Very boring. Plan was to hide him at the back, and I suppose I could have run him round the side and around.
Well, it made him feel like he was actually an officer in command of a defence force. He wasn't just charging in with his sword swinging. He actually stayed back and
coordinated
the attack. And with
he told the 3 intercessors to shoot better.
He did,
and punch better.
Or punch better mostly, yeah. Poxwalkers still haven't created a new one. We still haven't haven't instigated the zombie apocalypse with them.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, they haven't managed to kill anyone yet. I don't think.
No, I mean it's pretty hard hitting on 5s, wounding on 5s. Once we get 12 of them, they get a bonus for having more than 10 models. But that depends on them actually getting into combat with all 10 left, which doesn't usually happen.
Yeah, we'll have to look forward to that.
Yeah, so we get. It's just a heads up there. We get another 6 Poxwalkers relatively soon as well.
Well, I think that's it. So we've been the Tabletop Donkeys, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, bye bye for now.